All right, gang, here we are. It is the first Rediscover America segment of 2021. Happy New Year. Hope you're having a great day. If you are just joining us for the first time or you've never tuned in, I'm Bill from BillOnTheRoad.com. Looking for travel tips and news and information, all that good stuff. Check out the website. Would love to have you as part of the group. We have, I think, a great first show of the new year for you, and it's, I think, appropriate that the guest, his business is calendars, as we are starting off a new year, and hopefully the start to this one will be a little bit better than the start to last one. But I want to say a big hello to Marlo Anderson, who is joining us live from North Dakota. Marlo, good morning. How you
Hey,
doing?
Bill. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. So I want to explain to people exactly what you do and learn a little bit about your story and how this all
Sure.
started. So for folks who don't know, so you are the founder, you're the guy that started what we have here. This is the National Day Calendar. I wasn't joking. He really is a calendar guy. And I know you do other things as well, but and so just explain to people a little bit, what this is. I know everybody has heard one of these fun holidays. It's National Ice Cream Day, or it's a specific cause, a holiday or whatever. But explain to people what the National Day calendar is. How wide the I know it's used by thousands and thousands of radio stations and TV stations. They use it all the time. But give folks a little bit of information about what exactly it is.
Well, it actually started as a blog, Bill. So, coming up on January 19th will be the 8th anniversary of National Day Calendar. So, started as a blog and just kind of evolved from that. I guess you kind of learn how consistency becomes kind of a big deal when you get into the broadcasting media type of thing. And I was forced to do that, actually. And the reason I was forced is because right away when I started to post about these national days, uh, people really wanted to know what was going on tomorrow, and especially the media. And they wanted to know the backstories behind it. So a lot of these days have been around for a long time. There was when I started the project, there were over 1,200 national days that Congress had declared, or president in 1822 had declared, or what have you. And I just started to write about the backstory on these national days, where they came from, and it just kind of became a thing. And last year we trended number one over 450 times on social media. We have many days we have a reach of over 1 billion people, and that's multi media, meaning that if you watch Good Morning America or the Today Show or whatever, you're going to hear it on there. Then you hop in your car to go to work, you're going to hear about it there. You get to work, you turn on social media, you see that it's National Siblings Day or National Dog Day or whatever. So all those impressions cumulatively add up to 1 billion or more every day. It's just kind of been a big, amazing deal.
And I know you are from a small town in North Dakota. You have
Yeah.
to be incredibly proud to have started your project, in a small town, North Dakota, and to be able to go, holy crap! All over the world now, people see what I started.
Well, that's the thing about the internet, right? It's the great equalizer. It doesn't matter if you're in your mom's basement or you work for a Fortune 500 company. People on the other side don't realize where whether it's a blog or a product or whatever it's coming from, unless they do a deep dive into it and try to figure that out. So you can be anywhere you want, and certainly during COVID, we've all learned that maybe you could work from home or exercise from home or whatever, because everything became kind of virtual in the last year because of it. So internet really is an amazing technological advancement for us, and has really helped, of course, the celebrate everyday cause that we have with the world. Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually am broadcasting from my mom's basement, so thanks for bringing that up. Um,
I love the Route 66 behind you. That's fantastic.
do you remember what the first holiday was that you added to your calendar? Do you remember what that was? What did
So
that?
it started on National Popcorn Day.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so that's probably the thing that I remember the most is that I couldn't find out where National Popcorn Day came from, which was the inspiration for National Day calendar. And to this date, haven't figured that out. By the way, we have about 1,500 national days on there now. There were 1,200 when we started, and so we've added about 300 days, weeks, and months since then. But it all started because of popcorn, and it's funny because I walked into the shop this morning here right before I hopped on here with you, and it smells like a movie theater in our office today. So obviously somebody's popping popcorn. So I'm all ready for this.
Yeah, yeah. I know that you go through a process. 'Cause I know everybody wants their particular day or their cause to be included in your calendar, and why not?
Yep.
With all the coverage that you get. Tell me a little bit about the process of narrowing down which holidays make it in to your calendar, and
Sure.
then I thought it would be kind of funny if you're able to mention maybe some of the more obscure and bizarre ones that didn't quite make the cut.
Well, yeah, you can let your imagination run there, of course, but
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure.
So we have about 20,000
Okay.
that get submitted every year. There's
Wow.
a committee that goes through them, and it is a big undertaking because we feel as kind of the keepers of the calendar now. So Congress doesn't do this anymore. They stopped doing the national proclamations back in the 90s, the 1990s, and occasionally the president will do something. But generally speaking, it's not done that way anymore. So we kind of unofficially have become the keeper of the calendar. So we feel that it's a special thing to have a national day, and it is. I mean, it's not just a feeling; it really is something special. So, we get a lot of requests. We really don't, if it's for a product, it really has to be something amazing and iconic, for the country. So it's more if it's more general. A good example might be National Selfie Day. Not something that was around 10 or 15 years ago, but is a big deal nowadays, right?
Right.
Because of the technology that's come along. So that makes the cut, right? National Road Trip Day, since you have Route 66 behind you there. That's something that the first time ever was last year. We were working with Flying J to bring that forward. And of course, COVID kind of got in the way of that. But we are actually we're very anxious to celebrate National Road Trip Day with the country, and that will be on Route 66, by the way. So,
All right.
pretty anxious for that to happen.
Look forward to participating in that.
Yeah,
I did notice just looking through the calendar, and I want to mention just a few of these holidays that kind of jumped out
sure.
at me and get your impression or your feedback. But I did notice, and I guess I knew this already, but quite a few of them have to do with food. People like their
Well,
food
and
in
all you
our
have to do is
country.
look at me, right? I mean, I was a
Right.
I, wa- I was a thin, buff guy before this whole National Day thing started. Now I got to eat every day, all these crazy things to celebrate. So I'm just kidding, by the way. Uh, but it can be a challenge. Our staff, we always call it the freshman 15. When people come on board with us, they seem to gain like 15 pounds because we're always celebrating these days around here.
As long as you're happy, as long as you're celebrating.
That's
So, all
right.
right. So, I want to
That's
mention just a few of these that jumped out, and these are again from the National Day calendar, and you'll be hearing about some of them, I'm sure, as the year goes along. But so let's just go through a couple of these. So, the first this is January 23rd. So this is coming up this year. So,
yeah.
National Handwriting Day, and I have to tell you, I've always loved writing letters. And I know that is
Okay.
with email and text, that's really just no one does that anymore. And Marlo, I did a book in 2017 called 100 Things to Do in America Before You Die. And one of the things that I mentioned in the book was going to this little museum in Santa Claus, Indiana. In fact, it's called the Santa Claus Museum. And people for decades and decades, young kids have written to Santa Claus in Santa Claus,
Yes.
Indiana. And the thing that I tell people to check out is in the museum, there is a display where it shows the letters that have come in over the decades, and I want to say it goes back to the 30s or 40s.
Hmm.
And you flip through this thing, and boy, you just see the penmanship go straight to hell as decade to decade because people don't write letters anymore. So tell me a
Right.
little bit about National Handwriting Day.
Well, I think it is. You're absolutely right about that, and I actually fall into that. I'm not I'm a tech person, as you know, and thank goodness for spell check and everything else, or I just wouldn't even survive in this world. But I find it interesting that I'm surrounded with people who love to write things, and I'll sign my name, and you probably are the same way. You'll sign off on a credit card purchase on the touchpad, and you just like go real crazy with your finger
Right.
and done. And then I'll watch somebody in front of me that takes their time and do it properly. And it is becoming kind of a lost art, but it's important, right? What happens if the technology disappears? We all
Right.
still have to know how to read and write, and it's
Right.
just a very important thing, I think.
Yeah.
So this brings attention to that.
And it's sort of fascinating now with the emojis and different. We're kind of going back to caveman time, right? Where you
We
can tell a
are
story with 4 or 5
graphs and
pictures.
everything else.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right, so the next one, April 20th, Lima Bean Respect Day. I am not a, Lima Bean guy. To be honest, I don't even know that I've had a Lima Bean. I'm a pretty picky
Right.
person. But what's up with this one?
So, you put me on the spot. I
Uh
don't
oh.
remember why we have a Lima Bean Respect Day. This would probably not make the cut nowadays. So this is something
It's
that
grandfathered
Congress,
in.
yes, yes, exactly. We might have a Lima Bean Day if the Lima Bean Association of America got a hold of us and said this is why we have to have it because of the health benefits or what have you. Uh, because we're hashtag friendly nowadays, right? We would drop the respect out of this. And I'll tell you right now that Lima Bean Respect Day probably doesn't get the kind of attention that it should grab
It does
because of the
now.
word respect in there. But it does now since you brought it up. Yes, yes. It
All
doesn't get the
right.
respect it deserves. Yeah.
All right, so the next one on, and I just got a couple more of these. This is the Moldy Cheese Day, and I actually learned something from your website, the National Day Calendar, and so I did not know this. So someone that specializes in cheese and dairy products is known as a cheesemonger.
Yes.
Who the heck knew?
Are you a cheesemonger?
I love cheese. I don't know that I'd eat it with a mold on it like that, but for
Uh,
some, I guess it's better when you have the mold on it, right?
Yeah, some people like it. They get that shot of penicillin or whatever, and I
Wait.
guess that's a good thing. But I'm kind of with you. I mean, if I see a little mold on bread or on cheese, usually that means it's going into the garbage. But I do I remember my parents, and you probably remember this too, and maybe still have people around you that think nothing of just slicing that little bit of cheese off and or maybe even consuming it. I don't know. It's not for me, that's for
I
sure.
actually had some pepperoni in a little package in the refrigerator. This is like 3 days ago, and I thought, oh, that'd be
Yeah.
nice. So I just reached in and I had a couple of them, and I was like, and I looked at the bag, and it was just mold everywhere. And I did. Thankfully, I hadn't swallowed quite yet and spit it all out, and oh. So I know. All right, the last one that I'm going to mention
Okay.
here, and this one I think most people will enjoy, is roller
Yes.
coaster day. Tell me about that
Yes.
one.
Well, it is the celebration of roller coasters. Uh, if you look at your calendar too, I believe that also falls on National Rum Day. I probably wouldn't recommend drinking rum before going on roller coasters. You want to actually wait till after you've taken a roller coaster ride or two before you consume rum. But other than that, I mean, it's a great day, and I know a lot of amusement parks around the country celebrate National Roller Coaster Day.
Yeah. Do you celebrate? Do you like roller coasters?
Um, I wouldn't be
No.
against going on one. It's been a long time, Bill, since
Yeah.
I've been on a roller coaster. So, but I would do it. Sure.
Yeah.
How about you?
I love roller coasters. Maybe that's not a good thing. The scariest roller coaster I've ever been on was in Hershey, Pennsylvania. They have Hershey Park, and I think they've got
Yes.
like 12 roller. I don't know if you've been there, but like 12 or 15 roller coasters. And there was one, and I don't remember what the name of it is, but it is the only time I've been on a roller coaster where I thought I am going to just pass out and die as I'm doing that, that decline, and
Yeah.
it was insane. But people love the roller coasters, and,
Oh
and
yeah,
good
they do. Absolutely, they do.
and good for them. All right. Well, cool. Well, I'm so glad that you took the time to join us. Where can people get the National Day calendar if they want one?
Well, just follow the name,
Hmm.
nationaldaycalendar.com. You can follow us for free. Just hop on the website and We have about 13 million people that subscribe to our daily email blast, and that's exactly what it is. About 8 o'clock Central every day, you'll get an email from us about what's going on tomorrow. So people enjoy getting that, of course. And of course, you can just come to our website anytime and find out what's going on today, tomorrow, on your birthday, what have you. If you want some of our gear or our calendars, you can get them there as well. Just the shop page and on the nationaldaycalendar.com site, and you can buy stuff from us. We like that when you buy
Of
stuff from
course.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I do want to ask one just before I let you go. I mentioned a
yeah,
couple of times that you were in North Dakota, and
yeah.
considering we talk travel here mostly, but also highlighting interesting people and places. But North Dakota, I'm just pulling this out of my head. I'm guessing it's one of the least visited states in America. I've been there, I think, three
Oh,
times to North Dakota, and I loved North Dakota. And just real quickly, I mean, you obviously call it home, so you must love it. Tell me just quickly a little bit about why somebody should consider visiting North Dakota.
well, I don't know if you know that about us, but we're the 50th most visited state in the union. So I think that's an exciting fact in itself, right? Wait a minute, there are only 50 states. I
Yeah, well, that's all right.
say
What's
that so
math?
often. But yeah, it is a beautiful place. You and I met here in a beautiful place called Medora
Hmm.
uh, last year.
Yeah.
And in fact, I had the privilege of being your chauffeur once or twice, I
You
think,
did,
you know.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's
And
on
it's
everyone's
amazing
bucket
that you
list.
will
to
ride
be
with me. You're right. It probably not.
to be my chauffeur. No, you're right. We met in Medora, North Dakota, which
Yeah,
for folks who don't know is kind of the opening there to Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and
right.
it's absolutely beautiful, and the people are friendly, and Medora. I know you don't live in Medora, I guess, but the just going there and learning the history, walking in the small town. They have it's Medora the musical, right? That's kind of the
Yeah.
big,
Yep.
which was fantastic. I did not expect much from that, and it blew me away. It was so great. Theodore Roosevelt National Park obviously is beautiful, but I've been to other places from Fargo to Bismarck and places around the state, and I really enjoy it. I don't know about this time of the year; it's probably a little cold, but maybe in the summer.
Well, it's still. I mean, we've had 40s and 50s the last week, so it's not. I don't think it's as
Perfect.
cold as most people think.
Yeah.
We do get those cold blasts occasionally, but there are people who love that too. I mean, I think most people who live here enjoy the four seasons. I think we're actually one of the few states. I would throw Vermont, maybe Upper New York into this or whatever, that truly have four seasons. And you truly have a fall here that lasts for 2 or 3 months, and a spring that does, and it's just fantastic. But a lot of people don't realize. I mean, it can be we can have 60 below weather here. It doesn't happen a lot, but we've seen that.
Yeah.
But it also gets to 120 above in the summertime. So we have a dramatic range of temperatures here. Uh, but we're just a hardy folk that I think one of the reasons that we're so friendly is because we do have to sometimes rely on each other to get through the some of the crazy weather that we might have occasionally in a winter. You have to depend on your neighbors to maybe get you to the grocery store or something if there's 2 feet of snow on the ground or whatever.
Right.
So,
Oh, good.
so
Well, I hope
just
to run
hoping,
into you again, whether it be Medora
yeah.
or on road trip day, whatever it may be. But
We need to do that, by the way. So Kingman, Arizona, it's on Memorial Day, 2021 is the headquarters of National Road Trip Day this year.
okay.
But you can go anywhere on Route 66 to celebrate. So I expect you, Bill, to be on Route 66 that day as
Well,
well.
it's funny you mentioned that. So I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and my house is 2 minutes from Route 66. I could walk to Route 66 from where I am
That's
right now. So
fantastic. Yeah.
I'll
So
I'll
very good.
I'll,
Very good.
I'll celebrate some fashion on Route 66 on road trip day.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
You have my word on that. So
Okay.
Marlo Anderson, the National Day Calendar, and again you can get that at nationaldaycalendar.com. Good to see you, my friend. Hope to run into you again soon.
Looking forward to seeing you again too, Bill. Take care of yourself.
Okay, thanks. You too. See you later.
Bye.
What a nice guy. That's Marlo Anderson, the National Day Calendar. And yeah, he was nice enough to send me a copy, and you can pick yours up. They got all the great fun holidays in there. Or, of course, you can always just follow him and the calendar online there at National Day Calendar. If you want some more travel or road tips, road trip ideas, whatever, you can go to billontheroad.com. If you're watching this on Facebook, thank you. Please subscribe to our Facebook page. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate you subscribing to our Rediscover America channel as well. I'm Bill Cleveland from billontheroad.com. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.